Hey, Alaska guy here. We're going to show you how to make some brisket. So the first step is let your brisket smoke for 4 hours on the smoke setting on your Traeger. Once you've smoked it for 4 hours, the next thing you want to do is make sure the temp of the brisket reaches 150 degrees. I set my temperature at 180 and I let that cook until I hit my 150 degree mark. So here I probably have about 7 or 8 hours into the cook. But 4 hours of that was smoking, so really I only have a couple hours of cooking. But as you can see, it's a really nice brisket here. This is actually my second brisket that I've ever done, and I'm really happy with it. Here we're moving on. Once I said like you hit 150, the next step is you want to go ahead and foil it. After you foil it, you want to turn up the temp to 225 on your Traeger. This will depend on your brisket on how long you actually cook it, but basically, see that 190 degrees there? You want to hit 190 degrees internal temp on your brisket. Once you hit 190 degrees, you're going to remove it from the foil here, and you're going to go ahead and cut it up basically. Alright, as you can tell, we've hit 187 here, which is close enough for me to 190. So I'm going to remove it from the fire, and I'm going to show you how it looks afterwards. I probably have about 13 hours into the cook here. Another note, I also want to let you know when I foil it, I add just a little bit of the juices that come from the brisket. So I take beef broth and I add it to that. Okay, here you can see it's blinking at 190 and this is what it looks like. Got a lot of juices in there. I actually drained out probably, a small saucepan worth of juice already, and that's still what's in there. Alright, I'm going to show you how you separate the point from the flat, and man, this is really hot. I would seriously recommend some type of gloves because this is just way too hot to be doing, with using your hands and a knife. But as you can tell here, I get a really good separation between the two. And I'll take the point and I'll separate it from the flat. The point's on the left there. And I'll actually put that in, and I'm going to chop it up next, and I'm going to add my jus sauce that I took from the brisket, and I throw that in the oven at 425 degrees, and then I take this flat and I wrap it, and then I'll put it in a cooler with some towels, and I'll let it rest for about 2 hours. So here's the point, and it's all chopped up. It's ready to go into the oven at 425, and I'll actually put a foil wrap over the brisket, and I'll let it sit there for about an hour inside the oven at 425 degrees. That just breaks down that really tough fat that's still embedded in between the meat there, and it'll make this really nice and edible. Once we get back, I'll show you how I go ahead and cut up the flat. Alright, here's the sliced pieces of the brisket. You can see the nice smoke ring around there. I appreciate you guys for watching.